Hi everyone, welcome back to Alice and the Giant Bookshelf. Today I'm celebrating 1 year on Booktube. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name's Alice and I have way too many books. And today it is exactly 1 year since I put out my very first video here on Booktube, which was my TBR for the 1900 to 1950 readathon, which I participated in last May. Thought today I would do a traditional sort of Booktube birthday tag, and I am using the questions from a sort of amalgamated tag. I found the questions on Gloria Z. Thompson's channel, and I believe what she had done was combined two different birthday Booktube tags to form a hybrid set of questions. Let's take it away. Number one, how many years on Booktube are you celebrating? 1 year on Booktube. How have you changed from your first video to now? I have become definitely more confident. I would like to say I'm having to edit out fewer well, so and yeah, but that isn't the case. I'm still editing out loads of those, but at least I am a bit more confident in myself, because that first video, I can remember in the first few videos how sort of starstruck I felt by trying to talk to the camera, and now I just sort of talk to it as though I'm talking to myself about books, so it doesn't bother me so much anymore. That's how I would hope I have changed. How I have not changed is being sensible about getting my equipment together and making sure everything's working, because I've actually already filmed this first half of this video and forgot to wear my microphone. So my microphone was attached to the camera and I've decided to record that bit again. So some things do not change. What are 3 of your favourite videos made in the past year and why is question 3, which also has a sub question, which are you most proud of and why? So I think my favourite video that I had fun making was my reader's guide to Hercule Poirot, because I dressed up as Poirot. I do enjoy a bit of having a laugh and wearing a moustache, so that was really fun. I really enjoyed creating my first ever tag, which was also Hercule Poirot related. That's the Hercule Poirot mystery book tag, and it was really fun to watch other mystery lovers filming their version of the tag, finding out what mysteries other people enjoy. Also, my video that I made way back last June of my entire physical TBR. Now that was both really enjoyable but also really scary, because I'd never seen, at the time it was I think 220 something books, and I'd never seen all of those books out together in one place at one time. They've always been on the shelves, out of sight, out of mind. But suddenly they were all on my dining table, every single one of them. My entire dining table was covered in stacks of books. Terrifying. But also, once I got over that, I think it was a really fun video to try to create. Would I do it again? Probably. I would like to make an update version, but yeah, getting them all out and putting them all back again wasn't maybe the best. So which are you most proud of? I really did love the response to the original tag. Seeing other mystery lovers respond to it was really good. So possibly that one, but also definitely the answer to the next question, which is what's your most popular video? And that would be my first video in my Reader's Guide to series, A Reader's Guide to Jack Reacher. Now, when I made this video, it was several months before the TV series came out. I had not anticipated that the TV series coming out might make that video be watched more, because as it stands at the moment, that video is at over 9,000 views, which is just unbelievable to me. Had I known it was going to be viewed that many times, I think I would have put even more work into it, because I did put a huge amount of work into the Reader's Guide to series, and they're some of the videos that I found hardest to make, because a lot of sort of research and kind of scripting and stuff goes into them, but I think I would have made sure it was even more tightly edited and I'm sure I could have made a lot of improvements if I'd have known it was going to go mad. So yeah, thrilled with that one. If you came to this channel through that video, hi, I love Jack Reacher, but really proud but shocked about the popularity of that video. Question 5 is, what have you struggled with in the past year on Booktube, and how did you overcome that struggle? Or the hardest thing about creating videos on YouTube? I think one of the hardest things about creating videos for me is just being in the mood to make videos, and like finding the time when you're motivated to make videos and you actually have the free time to do so, and you don't have a cat climbing all over your shelves and so on. Although I actually quite enjoy the comedy of the cat joining in the videos, but he does sometimes create difficulties. All the logistics of video making. I would say at the moment, the thing I sometimes struggle with motivating myself to do more is the editing. There's nothing really that interesting about editing out myself saying for like the 50th time. I've really enjoyed everything I've been doing on Booktube, and I just need to remember to do things like turn my microphone on before filming and that sort of thing. So it's all a learning curve, and it's been a very enjoyable learning curve. Question 6, have you had to deal with negative feedback or comments, and how did you handle it? I've been really fortunate, really lucky, touch words, that I haven't really experienced that many negative comments. I have had a few sort of spam comments here and there, which I'm sure everybody gets, but by and large, everybody on the Booktube community has been so supportive and leave me lovely comments. I've had a few of my videos that have got thumbs down, which is life, that's YouTube. It doesn't really bother me, I just wonder when I look at which ones have had thumbs down, it just makes me wonder why that particular video, because there doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it. We move on, and I think Harry is about to join us on the bookshelf. So question 7, shout out a huge supporter of your channel. Hi Harry. I have had some amazing support from other booktubers. The community has just been incredible. I didn't realise when I first started like how kind and how generous with their feedback and how just friendly everybody was going to be. I had no clue when people talked about the Booktube community just how much of a community it is. So all the subscribers and commenters, I really appreciate all of you. And an upcoming video will be my version of the Spreading Booktube Love tag, because I want to thank everybody who's made the past year really wonderful. But for a huge supporter of my channel, I'm going to mention real life people, and that is my mum. I mention her in virtually every video, and most of my content probably gets sounded out with my mum before it ever makes it onto Booktube. So we have our book chats, and some of that book chat ends up on my channel, and my mum's always the first person I talk to about a new book that I've read. Getting a bit of a family thing, but the second is my dad, who has been ridiculously supportive of the channel and has like passed on the channel information to lots of other friends and family, and that's been really nice of him, so thanks Dad. My husband, of course, who puts up with constant filming and constant buying of books and filling our house with books and Booktube paraphernalia. I know that my best friend and her daughter and her husband watch my channel regularly. Shout out to Cheryl, Wayne and Imogen for supporting the channel and watching every video. Thanks guys. So question 8 is the best book you've read in the past year. For me, it would be between these two, Cloud Cuckoo Land by Anthony Dewar, which I read for the Booktube Prize earlier this year, and Dear Reader by Kathy Rensenbrink, my absolute top favourite book of last year and book about books. And Harry has decided to attack my feet. I'm sure there was a question about things that make Booktube difficult, and I would say having a cat who is so interested in filming has sometimes been tricky. Question 9, where do you see your channel in a year's time, and what do you hope to have achieved? In a year's time, I really hope to still be making videos, still be talking about books, hopefully in a year's time, I would love to say that my giant TBR will be more under control and that I'll maybe only have about 100 books I haven't read. But right now that doesn't seem that realistic because I just keep reserving books at the library and I just keep agreeing to read things that aren't on the giant TBR. So whether that's going to happen, I do not know. Channel wise, it's been absolutely amazing to get 700 subscribers in a year. I never would have thought that that was possible. So yeah, I mean, I can dream. The dream for a year's time, I suppose, would be to be over 1,000 subscribers. But if it happens, it happens. That would be absolutely incredible. That's like the dream goal for the year. Question 10, what was an unexpected surprise of being on Booktube? I think I've already mentioned it. It's the community. I didn't know that an online community of like content creators and people who watch Booktube videos would just be so supportive and so friendly, and that there would be a real community feel. I've been welcomed into so many read-alongs and reading groups and book clubs. Just everybody who I've read anything with in the past year has just added so much to my experience of reading. I started buddy reading back last August. I did two buddy reads in quick succession that were like my first 2 buddy reads. One was with a subscriber, Rachel, and one was with Shelley Swearingen. And we just had brilliant times on both of those buddy reads, and from then on I've not really looked back with buddy reading. Yeah, it's just amazing to have fellow extreme bookworms to chat to about these books. The community was a hugely welcome surprise, and my other biggest surprise is what the Booktube prize did to me. So I was never expecting to become someone who wanted to read a load of new releases and wanted to read prize books and wanted to read a load of literary fiction. But the Booktube prize really has opened my mind and opened me up to reading from so many different historical periods, different cultures, it has opened up a new world of reading to me. It's taken me right out of my comfort zone. Sometimes your comfort zone is not somewhere where you should stay all of the time. I do love comfort reading. I do love my mysteries and what I'm used to and my giant TBR. But reading some prize books has just been so much fun, and I never thought I would get so carried away with doing so. Question 11, thoughts on equipment. What most useful piece of equipment you've bought? I'd probably say my microphone. In terms of what equipment do I use, I have a camera here on the tripod. I have bought a light because when I was filming downstairs there wasn't a huge amount of natural light, but up in this office space there is much more natural light. There's a window. I haven't needed the light as much since filming up here, but I have got it on today, and yeah, that's been really useful as well. Question 12 is advice you'd give someone starting Booktube, and I would just say do what you want to do and make the content that you want to create and enjoy yourself. I personally engage in Booktube for my own enjoyment and for fun and as a hobby, but whatever your reasons are, just remember what they are and stick with it. And I was actually watching Sandy's Booktube birthday today because we started at nearly the same time. Happy Booktube birthday, Sandy. And Sandy said that her best piece of advice was to be yourself, and I think that is the best Booktube advice in a nutshell. Read what you want to read and be who you are. I spent at least 10 months of this Booktube experience reading pretty much in my comfort zone, enjoying mysteries and classics and things like that. Yeah, the Booktube prize has made me read different books, but I'm just going with it. I don't read just because I have to read to make Booktube content. I make Booktube content because I enjoy reading. So my advice is be yourself, read what you want to read. So the final question on this Booktube birthday tag is to tag someone with an anniversary coming up. I'm not sure who has got an anniversary coming up, but I do remember that both Shelley Swearingen and Gem of Books both started their channels in the summer, So perhaps when their anniversaries come up, they might like to do this tag. I don't know. Yeah, that's it from me today. That was my Booktube birthday tag. Thank you so much everybody who has watched my channel in the past year. Thank you for the comments, the subscribes, the likes, and just for being here generally. I appreciate all of you, and I would love it if you would comment down below and let me know what your favourite books of the past year have been, or whatever you want to chat about that is bookish. I love to read your comments and chat with you there. If you have enjoyed this video today, please do give it a like. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I'll hope to see you all again soon for another video all about books here on Alice and the Giant Bookshelf. Bye for now. Hope you saw Booktube birthday. Booktube birthday.